Also, you've been kind of distant from me. Which I peep, low-key. I don't mind it, but I'm just asking why.
You don't mind it, but you're asking why? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Maya. If you're not new to my channel, grab your hot chocolate, put on your bonnet, put on your pajamas, and just sit down, because today is our first girl talk. And today we are talking about dating in 2025. Yay! Why aren't you clapping? First of all, if you are a boy, do not watch this video. If you are a boy that I know, do not watch this video. And if you want to watch it just to support me anyways, put it on mute, because I'm probably going to talk about you. I'm probably going to talk about you in this video. If you didn't know, I am 22 years old and I've only been in one relationship when I was 16 years old. It was a pretty chill relationship, but it wasn't your typical lovey-dovey Netflix show relationship. That's what we're gonna kind of get into today. I asked ChatGPT actually, because I needed some type of, you know, structure on how I'm gonna do this video, especially being like, this is kind of an uncomfortable video for me. I do not like talking about this subject, but I have it right here. Oh, did I delete it? Oh my God, did I delete it? Okay, I did it. Oh my God, y'all, I have it right here. It's structured for everything that I want to talk about today. And also, I do want to put out a disclaimer here. This is all my opinion, and if you relate, I hope that you know, leave a comment, you know, tell me how you feel and things like that. But this is mostly about how I feel and things that I relate to. You know how YouTube is, you know how people are, like, people, you know, kind of take things out of context, but that's neither here nor there, because that's not our topic today. My first relationship was when I was 16 years old with a guy I had known since I was like 15. We're gonna call him Long John Silver, because he was tall with the Long John Silver. Let me not hype him up like he was all that, because he's really not. But anyway, I don't know if anyone else is like this. I'm the type of person to where, or in my lifetime, I've actually never had a guy come up to me and tell me that they like me, which is so funny to say out loud, because I feel like every teenage girl, at least like out of my friends and people that I've known, at some point they've had like someone come up to them and be like, hey, you're cute, I want to talk to you. Or, you know, maybe not that direct, but you know, you get what I'm saying. And that's actually never happened to me before. So I always felt the need to go out of my way to talk to people. And this is not just like for guys in general. This is literally just for like anybody, whether it be girls, friends, anybody. I'm typically, if you know me, you would know that I'm a very quiet, shy person. As someone who was an introvert and doesn't talk to anyone, it's kind of weird for someone like me to, you know, go after someone else. But that's what I did. I went out the box. How my first relationship went, I kind of had a feeling that he liked me, but as a girl should, I was waiting on him to make the first move. Like, he would walk me to class, he would see me, ask me for hugs, or find some reason to talk to me, but he just never made an actual move on me. One day, you know those like old YouTube videos where they would be like, send this to your crush? Specifically, it was Dustin Vong, and I sent it to him, and I logged out of Instagram and did not check for like hours. When I went back into Instagram, I saw that he responded. If I can find it in my messages, I'm gonna put it on the screen, but he responded and he said, do you want to be my girlfriend? I wasn't expecting him to ask me that question. Typically, whenever you know, get into a relationship with someone, you know, you kind of have a talking phase first. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone does, but he just jumped right into, you're my girlfriend. Well, you know, not that direct, but he just jumped into, will you be my girlfriend? I didn't really know how to respond to that at the time, because like I said, never had a guy come to me and say anything like that. So I honestly was expecting some type of rejection, mostly because since no guy has ever come to me and say I like you, or you know, something along those lines, I thought that I wasn't anyone's type. So when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I didn't respond to him for 3 days. Matter of fact, not only did I not respond to him for 3 days, but I also avoided him for 3 days. we would see each other every day. Like I mentioned, he would walk me to my bus, he would walk me to certain classes, etc, etc. When I tell you I ducked and dodged looking in the bushes to make sure like he never saw me or anything for 3 days, and then I finally said yes. And I know like people are just like, how are you gonna avoid somebody that you told you like them, and then when they ask you out you hide? I'm just an awkward girl, okay? Like, what more do you want from me? And then when I finally said yes, it was cute. I will say it was cute, it was cool. I didn't tell anyone I had a boyfriend either. That's the funny part. Like, if people knew I had a boyfriend, they saw us together, or they saw us holding hands or something along those lines. I didn't just go out and be like, hey guys, I got a boyfriend. I kind of just kept it to myself. And I mean, what is a girl to do? This is some good hot chocolate. Nothing was bad into the relationship when it first started. However though, I think at least most of you guys can kind of relate to when the certain topic of gets brought up into a conversation with said significant other. And I kind of feel like once you kind of open that door to like saying something about it, they kind of run in your house and take the key. And I say that because once that conversation happened, it never stopped. It kind of like kept going. And it wasn't that I was super uncomfortable with it, because like, you know, sometimes when you have that topic of conversation, it could be fun, like just, you know, it's kind of hard to explain like fun, but like, you know, entertaining, like just to see what someone's gonna say, especially at the age of like 15, 16. Like eventually, since that door had opened, every conversation didn't start off with it being, you know, super sexual, but it kind of ended up getting somewhat close or near it. I'm a virgin, and for someone who was dating someone who isn't a virgin, certain things can definitely be a blockage, which kind of brings me to my first point: not feeling attractive to anyone or being anyone's type. And I say that not because I don't think I'm attractive, because I do. But I feel like when it comes to dating, some of the social norms are not the same anymore. I remember when like a guy kind of found out like a girl was, you know, innocent, or, you know, very little bodies or none, they were more desirable. But nowadays it kind of feels like a turnoff with the culture of hookups, which, fun fact, I didn't know what an actual hookup was until I did one. That's a story time for another day, because that was scary. I kind of feel like being a virgin at this age has its good things and its bad things, because like, good for you, you know. Me personally, I'm not waiting till marriage or anything. I'm just, you know, haven't found the right one that I would like to give it to. I've never like been eager to lose it. It hurts, it's painful, it's intimate. You have to make sure you do it with the right person. You have to have a relationship with that person. At least I would like to. When you're dating and, you know, for some reason sex is a part of like dating or casual dating or whatever, it's just like you have to kind of lay out first interaction. So I kind of feel like being that sex is kind of like not in the picture, it kind of makes you unattractive. I'm a big nerd, okay? So I kind of feel like I get along the male gender, but I don't feel as though I would be attracted to them, being that I am something that they can't have. If you guys haven't known by now, I am single. Am I talking to someone? I wouldn't consider that talking. We're more like casually flirting? Question mark? Is it that? You know what? I know what it is, but it is what it is. Okay, that's what it is. It is what it is. And even with that, like clearly I you know, I like the guy, and he's actually one of my friends. Oh my god, please, I hope none of my friends, like guy friends, watch this video. Oh my god, I'm gonna dig myself in a fucking hole. I've tried dating, like casual dating. I have never been on a proper date before either, which is just like, you're 22 and you've never even been on like a proper date with having a boyfriend. everyone has their like, you know, own definitions of like date. I personally feel like a proper date would be the guy planning it out, having a set date and time, telling you, you know, come dressed like this, pick you up, and you go out, and that's your date. Even with like my ex-boyfriend, like when we first dated, he didn't have like, you know, money to take me out on a date, which was fine. I had a job before him actually, so I mean, I didn't care about that. We did recently stop talking because for the past year I had started talking to him again, you know, at a grown age, and I noticed a lot of things in him that I figured out I didn't like in men. And one of those was that he actually never took me out on a proper date. I stopped talking to him and cut things off and told him I just wanted to be friends, and started talking to this new person. I kind of realized like I kind of been doing this dating thing, casual dating, whatever you want to call it, all wrong. Like, and not to really compare the two dudes, because honestly my ex is cool as a friend. At least I don't think I would want him as a boyfriend again, but there were some things in the new guy I wish the old guy had. And while I was talking to my ex one day, he had said some things and I was just like, so-and-so would have never said this, or so-and-so would have never thought that about this subject. Like, it was like a very big turn off. What have I been doing this whole time? Like, have I been settling for less, or have I just been going to what I know is comfort? I've known my ex for 7-8 years now. You know, no one ever wants to really start over and like talk to someone new, which is part of casual dating. But I don't know, like, this is why usually if I have a crush on someone, it's usually one of my friends. Like, I don't think I've ever had a crush, like a real crush on someone who, you know, I didn't exactly know, other than like when I was in high school. I don't like to compare the two because, like I said, they are really cool dudes. I don't think I like my ex as the person he is right now, and it's kind of weird to say out loud and even on camera. I kind of thought like I would be with that person like for my whole life. He was a lot of my first experiences. I kind of thought like, you know, this is his second time coming around. My family loves him. He has a relationship with my mom, my stepfather, my siblings. Like he's gone to church with us before. He's literally, when we were dating, he was like at every event. He was at Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, mainly because like his mom and his, you know, family didn't really celebrate it like that. So he was always around me. You know, he's known, like no one has to worry about, you know, my safety with him. I don't have any regrets at all. I no longer find them attractive. I've only ever been in one situationship, and that situationship was my ex. To anyone who's in that type of predicament, just cut it off. I started talking to him again, and when I first started talking to him again, I did not have feelings for him because, you know, it's been like a good 4 years since we dated. I didn't have any feelings for him or anything, but, you know, so when we started talking again, it was cool. We just chatting it up, you know, getting to know each other again, you know, talking to each other again, seeing how each other's been. And then we started hanging out, and obviously feelings grew. I kind of blame myself for this, and I don't know if I should or not, or I don't know, but the first thing he told me was that he had just gotten out of a relationship in June, July, and mind you, this is 6 months later. I honestly was fine with that. I didn't think I was either at the time, and I was kind of fine with just, you know, hanging out, chilling, going places together, and then maybe get a kiss here or there. You know, sometimes you get lonely, you know, when it's just yourself. Our issue came from me realizing that I was ready for a relationship. It was him expecting me to be a girlfriend, but him not giving me, you're my boyfriend. And that may sound weird to say. So, like, he wanted me to treat him like I was his girlfriend, but he didn't treat me like I was his girlfriend. Oh wait, I said that wrong. Oh my gosh. He wanted me to treat him like I was his girlfriend, but he didn't treat me like he was my boyfriend. So like, he wanted me to be lovey-dovey. He wanted me to like make him lunch. He wanted comfort, you know, he wanted he wanted like a lot of different things, and some of it I did. Like I never made him fucking lunch, but you know, I did some of the other shit. And it came to a point where I was just like, so what are we doing here? And then he's still like, I'm not ready for a relationship, yada yada yada. But conversing, like we're together, my parents are asking me like, okay, so like, are y'all dating, are y'all together? I started getting angry because I was expecting him to plan dates. I was expecting him to, you know, do things for me that a boyfriend would do for their girlfriend. And then he would always remind me, I never said I want to be your boyfriend, or I told you I wasn't ready for a relationship. It got to a point where we started arguing a lot, because when I started expecting him to be a boyfriend and he wasn't, I feel like that's kind of on me. I don't know, I kind of still have mixed emotions about it. It's a really hard thing to like talk about, if I'm honest with you, because like I actually cared a lot about him. At our grown age, I hate using that, but at our age, what are we playing around for? Like, if you want me, then have me. I don't understand. And it would come to like points where like we would argue and I'd be like, I just want to be friends, and then he would be like, if that's what you want. And clearly that actually wasn't what I wanted. I just kind of wanted to see where your head was at if I said that. And if that's your response, it's just like, so do you even care? Like, why would you like not say, nah, I don't want to be just friends, I'm just not. Like, even that would have been like enough for me, which is kind of sad to say, but it would have. We would argue all the time. We stopped talking to each other for a few days, then we come back together, and it literally felt like a fucking relationship. And that's why I'm just sitting here like, bro, if this is what I'm gonna go through, I'm just gonna cut it off. And that's what I did. This is kind of my fault, but I feel like since I said it so much, he didn't believe it until we hung out again, and he felt the energy that I wasn't messing with him. I'm trying to debate, should I be messy? Y'all, should I be messy? I'm gonna be messy.
Hey, I meant to ask you, you got another nigga?
I'm gonna play that one more time for you guys.
Hey, I meant to ask you, you got another nigga?
Yeah. He felt that I was not messing with him anymore. Then after I was just like, another nigga, this is what he sends me.
Also, you've been kind of distant from me, which I peep, low-key. I don't mind it, but I'm just asking why.
You don't mind it, but you're asking why? Okay, so let me explain a little bit, okay? I feel like this is tea now. Like, I feel like this went from me talking about my relationship statuses to like it becoming tea. I ended up telling him that I just wanted to be friends, and I feel like because I kept saying that so many times and never meant it, now that I actually meant it and I was standing on it and acting on it, is when he actually started caring. Because after I said that, we actually got into another argument. He told me that he couldn't hang out with me and be friends. And I'm just sitting here like, but that's basically what we've been doing this whole time. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't hang out with me and just be friends, but that's literally what we've been doing this whole time because you just said that you didn't want a relationship. So we're friends. Like, that's literally what we're basically friends with benefits. Like, and then after like I told him again, like, I just want to be friends, it's when he was just like, but I never said that. Oh, so every other time I said I want to be friends, you respond with, if that's what you want, if that's how you feel. But now that you actually feel that I'm not messing with you no more, I never said I wanted that. Like, do you see how like this type of thing kind of like messes with you? And mind you, this is a guy that I've known since I was 15 years old, 14, 15 years old. I'm 22. You think you know a person, right? That was my situationship. That was also the first time I ever cried over a guy. Like, genuinely, like, bawling my eyes out at night, being upset that you're not texting me, wondering where you are, if you're talking to another girl, messing with another girl, fucking another girl. Like, I don't know. That was also, like, along with the fact that I was also dealing with some personal stuff as well added on top of it. And then like he wasn't supportive really whenever I finally expressed what I was going through, like how I was feeling about it. Ugh. Situationships are the worst, I've learned, and I wish I could have learned that with someone that I didn't have a deep connection to, or at least like, you know, had like a deep relationship with, especially being my family wasn't. Oh, that reminds me, we got into an argument. He blocked me, and remember how I told you guys that he was close with my family? He goes and texts my little sister, who had just turned 16, by the way, and tells her to tell me that he blocked me. Huh? Like, do you see what I was dealing with here? You're texting my 16-year-old sister, who doesn't know anything about relationships herself, to tell me that you blocked me? Like, you wanted me to know that fucking bad because you knew I wasn't fucking with you? Like, I'm getting angry. And that's not what this is supposed to be about, but we're just gonna end the situationship story there. But I've definitely learned that situationships are literally the worst, and I never want to be in one again. I've tried dating apps like Hinge, Tinder. Yes, I've tried it. It sounds so funny like saying out loud, and it's kind of, I used to be embarrassed by it, but now I'm just like, I mean, whatever, like everyone's downloaded it before, bro. It's not that serious. And I just found it boring. I found the guys boring. If you ask me what my favorite color is, bro, I'm literally just going to leave you on red, because like, if you know me and you see the pictures that I put up there, you can clearly see what my favorite color is. I don't know, ask me just like questions that matter. And it came to a point where I just started deleting the app. If I like one person, you are the only person that I want. You are the only person I'm thinking about. You're the only person I want to talk to. You're the only person I want to do things with. You're the only person I'm giving my attention to. If there's an opportunity for us to, you know, enhance our relationship, I'm going to prioritize you because I want to get to know you. That's just me. I can't like talk to multiple people at once, learn about multiple people at once, and then choose one person. It's just too much. If that's what you were doing, that you would, you know, allow me to back away from you, or you would back away from me. There's nothing wrong with casual dating, like no bashing or anything to people who do it, because that's a social norm. People casually date. I tried it. I just don't think that's for me. Being that I am now going on 23 this year, I don't want to base my relationships off of, you know, a dream. I used to think it was so weird to hear like people who are like 21 years old being engaged, because I'm just like, you're 21, go have fun. But I don't know, I think it was just I've never been in a real relationship to really tell you to go have fun instead. I used to hate viewing it like this, but if we're all being honest here, the next few people that we date, especially people who are looking for long-term relationships, are the people that we plan on marrying and being engaged to. And that's really big on someone who has only had one relationship when they were 16. A relationship at 16 is not the same as a relationship in your 20s. Moving forward, the best way for me to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do in life, and you know, what kind of man I want, how I want my relationships to move going forward, I think my first step into improving my relationships and even like growing the relationships I have now, I definitely want to work on my communication. And I don't know if you guys can hear my brother outside my door, but every time I try to record a video, someone's always outside my door talking. But anyway, to wrap this video up, some of my key takeaways from last year is definitely, don't be afraid to show people who you truly are and how you truly act and how you truly view things, because there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. And I know, like, especially for me, I don't like being vulnerable in front of people at all whatsoever, but there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable, nothing wrong with being your true self, and there's nothing wrong with experimenting with different people. Especially for me, I think it's time that I ventured out and figured out what I really want in my life and what I want for myself. I think that's really going to improve how my relationships evolve in the future, whether it's with friends, future boyfriend, whoever I'm talking to at the moment, whatever. That kind of wraps up my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far in the video, comment. You know what? I want some tips from you guys. Comment a dating tip or something like that. Don't forget to follow all my social media. Don't forget to follow my gaming channel. It will be linked in the bio. Bye, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I was very vulnerable in this a little bit. Look at me making first steps, okay? I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. I don't have a family name yet, but love you guys. Bye. That was kind of cringe. Oh my god. I'm about to play Marvel Rivals with a friend, so see you guys later. Hey guys, so this is me after a day after I recorded that whole like relationship video. So this will be going at the end of that video because I'm still editing it. But so you know the guy, my ex, my first ex, right? So we broke up, like our situationship, but we were still cool, right? Nigga was texting me Merry Christmas and shit, right? So I live in North Carolina and it's snowing. Like we have a snowstorm warning right now. If y'all live in North Carolina, y'all know it don't never fucking snow here. So yeah, right? And he works at the airport. So I go to text him, you know, stay safe, whatever, stay inside, whatever, right? Why does boy unfollow me on Instagram and remove me as a follower too? Well, thank you, but like, why he do that? Then he has shared his location with me, which honestly, this, I don't care about this, but he has shared his location with me like a couple weeks ago, right? He unshared it. Now, the funny thing about this is I don't give a fuck at the fuck all, but I always told him that he act like a bitch. Like he does things that bitches do in relationships. Like how he blocked me and then messaged my little sister who is 16 at that to tell me that he blocked me and that he was done with me. Once a bitch, always a bitch. I blocked him. I blocked his number. Stay out my life forever. Anywho's, love you guys. Mwah.